My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This breakdown is brought to you by Premium Membership. Premium Membership brings you all sorts of betting and fantasy tools to help you make money. Things like exclusive 2, 3, and 4 leg parlays, betting calculators, parlay calculators, daily fantasy ownership projections, fighter salary rankings, and so much more. Check it out now at WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top and click Become a Member. And don't forget, we are giving away $50. All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, we send you $50. Next up, at UFC London, we have the main event of the evening. We have Curtis Blaydes taking on Tom Aspinall. Curtis Blaydes is 16-3 overall. He's 4-1 in his last 5, coming off the knockout win over Chris Daukaus. Tom Aspinall, 12-2 overall, 5-0 in his last 5, and he has not lost since 2016. Curtis Blaydes is a fantastic wrestler who averages more than 6 takedowns per fight. He's a heavyweight who wrestles like a welterweight. Fast, clean entries to double legs, and when he touches the legs, he sprints. Jordan Burroughs style, runs right through them. Heavyweight wrestlers like DC are usually looking for trips and throws. And heavyweights train against trips and throws. They're not training full-blown sprawls. They're not training for fast doubles right up the middle. And that's why Curtis Blaydes has so much success. But Curtis drops his level, hits the hips, takes nice, clean shots. But wait, there's more. Curtis Blaydes can also strike. We saw in his fight against Chris Daukaus, he doubled Chris's strikes in the first round and then knocked him out clean in the second round with 0 takedown attempts. 0. Tom Aspinall is a very good striker who has famously spent time training with Tyson Fury. He's a BJJ black belt as well. And for a heavyweight, he has excellent hand speed, good defense, and a diverse attack style where he mixes in kicks really well. He's not just a striker. He has a 100% takedown accuracy, 100% takedown defense, and he just took down Alexander Volkov twice before submitting him. But wait, there's more. He has a 100% finish rate, which compared to Chris Curtis's is very, very solid. Curtis Blaydes, damn it. And I'm not the only person that's been saying Chris Curtis instead of Curtis Blaydes this whole time. Anyway, Tom Aspinall has made it clear that he is a top heavyweight in the UFC. The Volkov win was spectacular, and that was a great win over a ranked opponent. Before that, he had a submission win over Andrei Arlovski, which was also very impressive. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves, we can recognize that while those are great wins, they're over aging vets, and they're on the downside of their career. A win over Curtis Blaydes would be insanely impressive, and a win over a true contender in his prime. That's not an easy task. Blaydes showcased his boxing in his last fight. He is still a grappler, and like many other striker versus grappler matchups, this entire fight is going to come down to the striker's defense. So far, Aspinall has a 100% takedown defense, but he only defended 2 takedowns, and those were against Sergey Spivak. Curtis Blaydes has next-level wrestling, and I think that's the difference here. He took Volkov down 14 times, Shamil down 7, Overeem down 4 times, Mark Hunt down 10 times, Alexei Oleinik 4 times. And that's a mixed bag of very good grapplers and strikers. I like Blaydes to have some success on his feet, but ultimately get the takedowns and win. I got a moneyline bet on Blaydes. He's the underdog. I love him in this fight. And everybody says, oh, Tom Aspinall's a BJJ black belt. He's been training BJJ since he was 12. Do you think he's a better BJJ guy than freaking, who's that old awesome dude with the grappling?
Oleinik.
No, he definitely is not. And Curtis Blaydes had no problem with that at all. So anyway, go ahead, Jacob. Spew your nonsense. I like Curtis Blaydes.
I will agree with you as far as I'm on the Tom Aspinall side. I'll preface this with that. But let me just say that everyone that is talking about Tom Aspinall's black belt is just absolutely clueless. Because I agree, if jiu-jitsu comes into play at all for Tom Aspinall, he is in big trouble. If he's in his guard at all, he is in big trouble. He can use that stuff for sweeps, like right when you're starting to get taken down, you do some jiu-jitsu sweeps, some scrambles, your overhooks, this and that. Get back to your feet, because every second that Curtis Blaydes is on the feet versus Tom Aspinall, he is in trouble. You mentioned that Chris Dawkins fight, obviously he won the striking in that last fight. He found the knockout. But if you watch early in that fight, Chris Dawkins very quickly was able to find the target of Curtis Blaydes in the boxing. And Tom Aspinall is a much, much better boxer than Chris Dawkins. If he's able to find success early, it's going to be big trouble for Curtis Blaydes. And he's going to be diving at legs very, very quickly. Some outside shots because Tom Aspinall is a big, big boxer. It actually looked like there was a video the UFC posted, and I sent it to you. It looks like Tom Aspinall, to me, has put on some weight. And I don't mean weight as in like fat weight. It looks like that boy is getting thick and strong, which I think is only going to help in those grappling exchanges, especially defending the takedowns. I don't want to hear about the black belt. I don't want him on his back at all, trying to do wild shit on the ground. Curtis Blaydes is way too dominant in his wrestling to make that matter. If Curtis Blaydes get the takedown, he's in big, big trouble. I just don't think that Curtis Blaydes has fought the level of athlete that Tom Aspinall is and the level of footwork that Tom Aspinall is going to present in front of him with his in and out boxing style. I think that Curtis Blaydes for a few times is going to be diving at air with the now you see me, now you don't type striking from Tom Aspinall. He's going to be in, he's going to be out, and the takedowns are not going to be there. So obviously there's a very clear path to victory for Curtis Blaydes. I'm not going to argue with you that Curtis Blaydes cannot win this fight. Anyone that says like, oh, there's no way, you're an idiot. Curtis Blaydes can clearly win this fight. I mean, he's done it time and time and time again. Just take people down over and over and over. I just think that the footwork, the striking, and the athleticism of Tom Aspinall can keep him out of those takedown attempts, and the striking is going to be way, way too much. And we've seen it time and time again before, again, with wrestlers. They find that overhand right. They start knocking people out, and all of a sudden they start thinking they can knock everyone out. I don't think Curtis Blaydes is that guy. He's talked about it in past interviews. I don't care if I'm boring. People think I'm boring. I don't give a shit. I want to be, he's actually said before, I want to be more boring when people complain that I am boring because he just wants to spite people that much. I love Curtis Blaydes. He's a great person. If he wins, I'm not going to be surprised, but my pick is going to be Tom Aspinall with the footwork, the striking, and the ability to get back to his feet if he is taken down. So I'm Tom Aspinall.
Listen, I'm not going to... You and I fought in text message over this, but you were being like a complete prick in the text messages.
Well, because I said he's never really fought. He's fought like only... like when I look at the list he's fought, it's like there's no athletes in there. There's not a single... Chris Dawkins, no. Rosenstrike, no. Derek Lewis, no. Volkov, no. Junior Dos Santos, no. Shamil, no. Justin Willis, no. Francis, no. I mean, those are big, heavy-footed...
No.
Francis is not, and Francis now
strikers.
is an athlete. No, Francis, no, that's what I'm saying. They're heavy-footed strikers. They're looking for one-punch knockout. So they're flat-footed. They're sitting on punches. They're waiting for him to come in. And obviously, Francis knocked him out with it. Derek Lewis knocked him out with it. But Tom Aspinall is not one of those guys just sitting and waiting with his hand cocked out. He's moving. He's bouncing. He's here. He's in. He's out. He's here. He's gone. Blaydes is going to be shooting at air.
Well, we're going to find out. What we're going to find out, which will be the most interesting thing. We broke down a fight very early in the card against Muhammad Makayev. And I said his opponent is not afraid to get taken down. He's going to throw what he's going to throw, and he doesn't care. We're going to find out if Tom Aspinall is worried about being taken down or not. We may see a Tom Aspinall who is gun-shy, who has been training takedown defense this whole camp, which would be a massive mistake. Don't train train... Obviously, you should always be training wrestling and takedown, all that bullshit. But what he should be training in this camp is, like you said, footwork, touch, go, stay out of the range. You're not going to learn how to defend a Curtis Blaydes takedown. The best you can do is be as far away as possible.
Or offense. Use offense as defense. You hear DC talk about it all the time against wrestlers. You got to show them stuff up the middle, and I think Tom's going to be ready. You got to show them uppercuts, front kicks, something to where when they're moving in, and we saw Curtis Blaydes, he might have those Derek Lewis flashbacks. When he was moving in, you see those uppercuts waiting. You got to show those wrestlers that stuff to make him hesitate. Use your offense. I agree. If he's worried just waiting, he's probably going to get taken down and lose the fight. So I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not trying to be whatever, but there's no British wrestlers that are going to give Tom the look that Curtis Blaydes is going to give in the cage. There just isn't. Different countries excel at different skills, and country versus country, American wrestling is just better. It just is. So he's not going to get those same looks unless he's flying partners in from different parts of the world, bringing in a Russian, bringing in different people. But again, even if he's bringing in heavyweight wrestlers, are they shooting takedowns like Curtis Blaydes, or are they looking to tie you up and trip and work from there? So I think Curtis Blaydes wins. You think Tom Aspinall wins. And my pick is not a knock against Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is fantastic. I picked him to dominate his last fight. I bet him early because I thought that line was disrespectful to him. So I love Tom Aspinall. I think he's very, very good. But styles make fights, and I just think the annoyingly relentless takedown attempts from Curtis Blaydes are the difference.
And you want to bet this fight, right? Me and you.
Yeah, you and I are betting.
We do our weekly bet. We usually bet this. What is it? We determine
175. Yeah.
100 if Blaydes wins and 75 if Aspinall wins. And I'm the same way. I love Curtis Blaydes as a person, as a fighter. But I just think that this is an athlete, man. Tommy A is special. He's one of those special dudes, man.
Yeah, we'll find out. I hope he is. We'll find out. Guys, that's the breakdown. So thank you so much for the watch. Go to WeWantPicks.com. We have so many things.
Subscribe.
You hear me plug it.
Subscribe.
You hear me plug it all constantly. But WeWantPicks.com/bets. You get 50 free bucks signing up, making a deposit with any one of our partners. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. Daily fantasy, prize picks, daily fantasy. But we have released premium membership. It's only $10 a month. We do this every single week. That's $2.50 per week. And what that is getting you is full fantasy breakdowns. We break down every single fighter in every single price category and rank them for you. So when you're building your lineup and oh man, I only have $8,200. Who should I get? Well, those are ranked for you. The ownership, if you're a tournament fantasy player, our picks for prize picks, our picks for monkey knife fights, a safety betting parlay, which is only in premium, all of the raw notes that we talk about during these breakdowns, all of our picks, everything is right there for you. WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top, click become a member. You guys keep asking about my damn truck. Tell you what, we hit enough members. I'll put a picture of my truck behind the paywall.
Wrap on the truck. We'll get the
I will put that behind the paywall. You want a picture of the truck? We'll do that. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We're growing every single week. We appreciate the love. Thank you all. We'll see you the rest of this week for all of our normal content. See ya.